An observer, a couple sentries, bunch of zealots as well. Very good combination for the forces that mTwDIMAGA has fielded so far. Looks like we are starting to see corruptors come in to take the field. Very good move by mTwDIMAGA. Very good at countering this Colossus. Will make short work of them very quickly with the corruption ability, which will make them take 20% increased damage for those of you who are watching this video and do not know what that does. So, Twilight Council going down. Blank technology will be a very, very good thing, as well as the speed enhancement for the Zealots. Let's check out the upgrades for Zerg here as the creep continues to expand. Don't have anything so far here. We do have an Overseer coming in, very good, to detect the observers that are floating around the base here. We do have a Roach Warren. Well, that'll certainly be a good counter for the Zealots here, keeping them at bay. So, both players continuing to build up the correct counters, and a little changing was poop down here. We'll see what's going on with him as this creep has way rescinded the... Yeah, that's definitely going to actually be a problem for mTwDIMAGA here, as mouzHasu was able to knock out the vision of this entire area for mTwDIMAGA. It does still have this Overlord here. However, at this point, he is not, or mouzHasu is not looking to attack, as mTwDIMAGA is checking to make sure there is no high yield expansion here, which he will see there is a lovely bunch of rocks with a little bit of tumbleweed floating around on it, the overgrowth. However, he will spawn into a Zealot here, which will not last for very long at all. Maybe probably should have changed into something else, I don't know, something more convincing. So, Roach is taken to the field. Definitely a good choice here. Army is looking very good. Let's take a look at the army size here, actually. So we can see that mTwDIMAGA sitting here at a slightly more sizable army here, 148 out of 180, whereas mouzHasu is sitting at 132. He is supply blocked, actually. So not a good thing for him, as you know, mTwDIMAGA having the expansion fully saturated here can just flood the field with units. Checking out what's up, not really seeing too much here. Pretty boring area, this part of the map, as he is continuing to destroy his own destructible rocks, preventing building at the high yield. If he is able to secure this high yield before mouzHasu does, that will definitely give him an advantage. And have some Templars here. Very good move by mouzHasu. If he uses this feedback ability, it could definitely spell doom for the Corruptors, as they do rely on their energy for the corruption. I think actually their energy is the same as their health. Let's take a look at that here. 200 health, 200 energy. That means the feedback will make these things explode. Very good choice on mouzHasu's part, as both players going to scout out here. Kind of had a long macro session here. Usually don't see that in these higher level games. Sometimes you do, but a lot of times there's a lot of pressure consistently throughout. However, both players using the downtime to scout each other out very thoroughly, building counters to each other. So, cannot wait for this epic game here, as this one Zergling has decided to call in his friends, take out these proxy pylons, which are dying pretty slowly, but that's because they can't get a complete surround here. Protoss force looking very, very complete, I would have to say. Very good quantity of Templars there. It'll be more than enough, especially since feedback only costs 50 energy. So that, combined with the Psystorm that they're going to be able to field as soon as that resurges. Let's see if we can find that building here. Don't actually know where it is. There it is. Yep, Psystorm is on the way, not being chrono boosted, but it is at about 30% here. Zerg force is moving up as well. Still no upgrades on the Zerg land units. Don't even actually see any evolution. Hey, evolution chambers, look at that. Upgrades coming on the way. We have a psychic connection here. So, more units being transferred down. Uh-oh, looks like this expansion will be soon saturated, giving mTwDIMAGA definitely an economic advantage, as he is sitting right now pretty much neck and neck with mouzHasu, since they are both sharing one expansion each. Both of them are saturated with drones and probes. Zergling's saying, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And so they're running back very quickly, as that is a ton of Zealots. Very good choice to counter the Roaches here. And I'm guessing this battle will commence very soon here as mouzHasu pushes towards the creep, which, like I said, gives mTwDIMAGA range of what is going on here. And there are the Corruptors just out of the way. Templars moving in, gonna make these fiery balls of death. Whoa! Wow! That was amazing. I loved seeing that. That was so much blood. I'm content. So, Looks like he's going to try to engage these forces here. Not sure if that's the best decision because he is essentially walking into a giant concave of Zerg units here, pulling back. Probably going to try to bait him out with the Colossus, taking some pot shots, trying to keep these Zealots at bay. You know, pretty much this is just going to be a back and forth as both players realize that this Protoss is not in the best position that he could be. However, the Colossus, the presence of the Colossi here on the field will definitely turn the tide as he is able to bust in here and definitely get his own concave on these units, ripping through these Zerg. Oh, that just wasn't even fair. The Psystorm's going down, and these Roaches are going to come in here, try to get some damage done. However, these Corruptors are, like, half of them are sitting at half health. You do have to get a full feedback. I'm sorry, no, full feedback. These Corruptors do have to be at 200 energy. They're full capacity for that feedback to one-shot them. However, at this point, there's only a couple land units and a whole bunch of Corruptors, which cannot do a whole lot against these Stalkers. Stalkers cutting up here as these Archons are just kind of warping. Since these Templars did not have any energy, Archon's very good versus the Roaches as they do extra damage to the biological units, which, you know, they're biological. So, Roaches continuing to try to get a little bit of a concave on these forces. Protoss falling back as the Zerg does reinforce this battle here. More Starstorms going down as he realizes all these Corruptors are essentially worthless. Very good idea to not build anymore. What is up with this Archon getting pushed around? Did you see that? He was moving that Archon and wasn't even done building yet. That's probably why you don't see many Archons in the field. They get pushed around all the time. They don't want to come do that. So, very good Psystorm right there, taking a whole bunch of these units down very quickly, as the Zerg units are now sitting at 1 armor, 1 damage upgrade. All these Corruptors now, like I said, effectively worthless. I mean, there's no air units left, and this one Observer kind of floating around so he can see what's up. Corruptors, however, cannot see what's up, as they do not see that Observer. As this creep looks like pretty much the outcome of this fight is Protoss did establish dominance here on the field, pushed back that creep some as he is going to try to kite around the Stalkers, maybe get some free kills on these Roaches. However, Roaches do have the, let's see, I think they have the speed upgrade here. Yep, it looks like they did. And he's trying to get the burrow upgrade as well so he can get some fast regen on these Roaches here. So, let's take a look at the APM, because we all know that is a fantastic measurement of skill. Not necessarily, but like I said, both these players are very good. mTwDIMAGA sitting here 192 APM average for the game. mHasu sitting at 171. mHasu continuing to reinforce this proxy position with High Templars up here on the high ground. Very good position for them to be in, as mTwDIMAGA tries to expand this creep back out. And at this point, both players have a fully saturated high-yield expansion. However, I'm going to say that the Protoss is in a slightly better position. He does have these cannons here going down here as well. He was able to recognize that Changeling. I don't think a single Changeling has actually been able to do effective scouting here. Immortal's taken to the field. Very good idea for fighting against the Roaches here, which it looks like is going to be the bulk of mTwDIMAGA's force. So those Immortals will make quick work of the Roaches, as both players going to sit back, drop back 40 yards, and start punting their macro here, as the Corruptors are actually going to do a better job of scouting than the Changelings here. Going to be denied from the cannon, but still nonetheless able to see what is going on as mHasu continues to knock out the creep. Very good harassment. You know, if you can't really attack him outright, at least knock out the creep. That will definitely help you for when you do decide to attack here. Another Changeling gonna take to the field, most likely walk to his death here, as none of them have really been able to do a whole lot so far. Especially since these Photon Cannons are here. I mean, that's just, oh, well, I guess that Immortal didn't like that Changeling very much. So, continuing to macro up here, definitely have a good concave of units right here. Good positioning on the part of mTwDIMAGA, who is continuing to research the land upgrades here. Don't see any going down for the air units, but that's okay, because at this point these guys are pretty much obsolete unless they make them into Broodlords, in which case they will become very effective again. However, that would require a hive, which mTwDIMAGA does not have at the moment. This expansion is looking to be just about mined out. Both players continuing to expand over the rest of the minerals. They're pretty much still neck and neck as far as minerals are concerned. I mean, it looks like mHasu does have a slight advantage, as he was able to saturate this top expansion here a lot earlier. DT's coming in and definitely going to say no to this expansion. This is definitely going to hurt mTwDIMAGA's income. As you can see, it's already dropped down here to about 1,000 with mHasu's 1,600. Very good play for for Hasu to take out that expansion very quickly with DTs, as there has not been many scouts over here on the map. This one Overseer finally coming in, taking out that DT. However, the damage has already been done, as the Protoss forces do catch the Zerg out of place as they do try to reinforce that expansion. And very good move on the Protoss' part, retreating back here, as he did see that he still would, the Zerg player would still be able to get kind of a good concave right here with the units coming in from both right here and right here with the Protoss right here. So, I'm going to quit saying right here, as the Protoss is going to move back in. Going to put these Templar back in position, most likely. No, just kidding. Going to come back here, hang out with the cool kids. Another Changeling died. I think it's kind of weird they stay like half Changeling, half Zealot. I don't know what's up with that. I guess they forget to change all the way back when they die. Probably have more important things on their mind here, as 3 Immortals now are in this army, which is going to make such quick work of these forces. Psystorm just going to be going down everywhere, as they're just going to decimate these forces. Not quite as effective versus the Roaches, as you have considerably higher health, however still very effective versus the Hydras here. As you can see, that is where the bulk of the Psystorms are going. DIMAGA trying to dodge these Psystorms, however, enough damage is being done to this army. They're just being whittled down so much. Even has a couple DTs in here in the field. Another Archon getting pushed over to the side, does not want to be in this fight. These poor guys, like seriously, I don't blame them for never being in the game. There is the GG from DIMAGA, as his forces have effectively been eliminated. No more minerals at this expansion. High yields looking pretty skimpy at this point, still a good bit, but you know, at this point the Protoss is going to be able to push in and have direct access to all this, which is just going to be GG for DIMAGA. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the game. Gonna go ahead and cast some more and try to get as many games as I can in today. Do a whole bunch of uploading. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys later.